Welcome to the Bad Movie Night podcast, covering the worst movies you've never seen. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night podcast.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Bad Movie Night podcast. My name is Chris, and tonight we're talking about the 1982 action thrill ride thirsty wasteland movie that is Battletruck.
He'll beat you because he's better.
Over my dead body.
Your time is over, old man.
Not yet, kid.
Battletruck, a science fiction adventure of the near future.
Battletruck.
Oh, so sweet.
So sweet. That's right. Battletruck, long time coming. AJ, I'm sure, is very excited to talk about this movie. Very thirsty movie. We haven't journeyed to the wastelands recently. So it was about to. Oh, look at that!
It's been a long time coming.
Look at him drink that water down. Did you see that?
It's precious. You gotta hold on to this stuff.
It's a precious
We're not
stuff.
water farmers on this show, you know.
Not water farmers. We'll get to it. No Lindsay this week. Lindsay had surgery, like we mentioned last week. She is recovering at home. We all wish her well. She's here with us in spirit in some ways.
This is so much
He's doing
worse.
his mommy.
Ew, stop
Can we
saying
not
it that
say
way.
that ever again? Jesus. I pulled that clip just to everybody to remind us Lindsay's not here.
That's the value she adds.
We do miss you, Lindsay. We hope you're doing well. But we have a very special guest this week. We have one, John, the host of They Said, We Said. John, how you doing?
What's up? I actually am Lindsay Washburn, just post-operation. I'm here today. No,
I'll wait for her response.
I don't feel like a. You know what? I've been on the show a couple times now. I shouldn't be considered a special guest, but I always feel special that you guys let me into your post-apocalyptic, post-oil war, commune. So thank you so much.
Yes.
John,
We took a vote.
when we think of
And
thirsty
Lindsay wasn't
things,
available, so
we always think of you. No, you're our go-to guest. We love having you on. It's always
Love
fun
coming
when
off
you're
the
on.
bench. Love it.
So we are talking about Battletruck. I don't know if you are aware of the controversy behind Battletruck, John, on the podcast. This is a movie that has sat on the wheel for a long time. Everybody was super excited for it, except for me, because it looked awful.
Okay.
But it happened.
How
We've done
dare
it.
you?
We've battled the truck, and now we are here to discuss it. So I'm just letting you know up front, in case
Looked
things get a
awesome.
little heated, you understand where we're
Yeah,
coming
it
from.
looked awesome.
Okay.
Not all.
I mean, this has been on the bench since we started like 5 years ago.
At least 5 years ago.
Yeah, we were doing all the Mad Max rip-off
Oil
movies.
flowed freely back then.
It
Not
felt
anymore.
special. It did feel special. Yeah.
So, all right, AJ, what's Battletruck about?
Wow,
What's it
there's a lot
not
to talk about, so I'll try to smash it down to as
there's
little as
not.
possible.
You've seen Mad Max. Now you've seen Battletruck.
We're talking about oil, not water, Christopher.
Sorry.
It's
That's
New
right.
Zealand.
That's very true. So, Battletruck, you ask, what is it about? In the near future, Earth has been destroyed by a series of wars known as the Oil Wars. What little petroleum remains in these regions has become precious commodity. A war party led by former U.S. Army Colonel Jacob Stryker travels these lands in his castle on wheels, the great battle truck of the wastelands. Stryker's daughter, Caroline, refuses to kill a prisoner, so she is forced to flee on foot, only to be rescued by the biker outlaw Hunter. Colonel Stryker raised down his fury on his quest to attempt to retrieve his daughter. In the 1982 Mad Max rip-off classic, Warlords of the 24th Century, a.k.a. Battletruck.
I feel like we don't really need to talk any further.
That's it. Thank you for coming.
Well, until next week.
I'm Lindsay Washburn, everyone.
Rated R because it exists. AJ, that was great. I do feel like when you got intense with the microphone, you possibly blew up the entire podcast.
A little bit.
That's very possible. Oh, did I? I might have hit a cable. I was slamming on the desk and stuff.
No, you had your mouth all over the microphone.
Oh,
I feel like I'm going to have to check the volume.
It's just like that.
Again.
Yeah. Well.
It's okay. I understand your excitement. You've been pining for the thirstiness of this wasteland for a long time, and you finally got it. So it's understandable. Aaron, though, 1982, it's a year in which some people were probably born. I think you, maybe Spin.
And most people didn't have 2 sets of headphones.
Well, I got to check volumes because AJ blew the whole thing out of his ass.
I did.
Sorry. Listen to him.
I got so excited.
Listen to this guy. Anyways, John, were you born in 1982?
This is 1 year before John the host.
Oh.
I didn't hear anything because I switched.
But it is a decade BSL. This is a decade BSL.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before
BSL?
Schindler's List.
I'm at the very end of 83, so I guess almost 2 years before me.
I knew some people who made out during Schindler's List.
Gee, really?
It was probably my aunt and uncle in Auschwitz.
Isn't that a Seinfeld thing?
Yes.
Mike? Okay. All right. All right. Aaron, can we take a moment, dive into your history hole, get a little context for the movie and the year? Oh, I didn't even finish. Jesus Christ, man.
Yes,
It's excitement, man. It's Battletruck excitement.
Trying to be effective, yeah.
I'm not going to finish now. I'll finish later.
For Aaron's history hole.
That's right. Warlords of the 21st century, a.k.a. Battletruck.
Battletruck. It is a cool name.
It is so cool.
So is Warlords of the 21st Century.
Yeah, they're both cool.
Yeah.
They are pretty cool.
Sounds like a Duran Duran song.
So what does that make Battletruck? Who wrote Battletruck?
Godsmack.
Godsmack.
Battletruck.
Oh, God. Okay. This movie...
Wait.
From
Are we not allowed to talk about Godsmack?
We can talk about Godsmack. Go right ahead.
Oh, wait. I thought
Chris,
it was in my writer
alone.
It was in my writer to be on the show if this was a hidey hole, though. Like, what is going on?
Well, we lost the hidey hole.
Yes.
Well, I'll show it to you.
It got filled in.
It got filled in.
We lost the special wristwatch to put in the access panel.
There's always a room for my hidey hole.
Special wrist. Oh, Christ.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm hijacking the show.
That's great. It's fine. Totally fine. So this movie was released on April 1982. Had a budget of approximately 1 million New Zealand dollars.
Ooh.
Get the fuck
It's
out.
Peter Jackson money up in there.
Are you kidding me?
And when was Dead Alive?
Taika Waititi.
Dead Alive was later. Dead Alive was like 92.
Oh, was it?
Dead Alive was 92. Dead Alive's budget was $3 million USD.
Yeah.
Dead Alive
USD.
is a way more impressive movie.
But how much was a
Did
New
Dead
Zealand
Alive
dollar
have a
worth
Battletruck
comparatively
in
in 1982?
Yeah, you got to build a battle truck.
No,
Okay.
you don't need to build. It was a tractor trailer that they put some shit on. Okay, I'm getting upset.
Oh, is it gonna be this kind of night?
Fuck out of
Is
here.
it really gonna be this kind of night?
I
Jesus.
Chris is gonna have to leave.
What? Because they didn't give the cool little peace sign? Is that what we're talking about here, Chris?
Oh.
Oh, that's exactly what it is.
All right, so this
Inside
was
jokes.
the last time we covered a 1982 movie was with episode 190 for Extra.
Dude, nice.
That was a weird movie.
What a good year.
That was a good movie.
It's the year of Spiv.
Yeah.
Is that when you were born? You didn't say when I asked. I don't know why I
Everyone
said
was
asked.
I
didn't even try it.
ask
Chopped you
you
up.
a question.
Oh, man.
Miss
All right, so
Onion was
some-
last week, Chris.
Yes, exactly. That would have fit in perfectly. So some other films from April 1982. We have Cat People.
That's a good movie. Natasha Kinski?
It's a
I don't know how to say
Her debut,
erotic
right?
thriller of
that.
sorts,
It's a cool
right?
movie.
Erotic thriller is.
It's an erotic thriller for
is
sure.
Rico
Yes.
in it?
No. He was too creepy.
He was too busy. He turned down Speed.
Malcolm McDowell's in that.
The movie and the
Right? And he doesn't
He didn't turn down one of them, John.
We have Silent Rage, which is a Chuck Norris film. We have Basket Case, Chris, from Frank Henenlotter. We have If You Could See What I Hear, about a blind musician.
See what
And we have an abomination known as Partners about a straight cop and a gay cop trying to hunt down a serial murderer of homosexuals. It's just
Starring Joey Lawrence.
Apparently very offensive and was very, very not well received by
no,
anyone.
John Hurt stars in it. John Hurt, why?
John Hurt. Yeah.
Don't do that, John Hurt. You're too
Joey
good.
Lawrence was like 2 at that point.
Joey Lawrence? Whoa. What do you think his baby noise was like? He's like, whoa. That's a little baby.
All right, so our highest grossing films that year were E.T. the Extraterrestrial,
Yes.
Oh, UHF.
What's that?
An
Any
Officer and a Gentleman, Rocky 3, Star Trek 2, The Wrath of...
Spiv, your vibrator's going off again.
Hey.
It's a Star Trek theme one.
It says Battletruck.
Beam you up, Spiv?
We have 48 Hours, Poltergeist, The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, which is also known as Chris's favorite themed restaurant.
You made that seem like it was one movie.
You're allowed to throw the peanuts on the floor.
And Annie. Yes. Our writer and director for this film, a.k.a. Battletruck, was Harry Cokeliss. Also, in this, he was known as Harry Cokeliss.
Okay.
There we go.
Looking at his credits, he alternates between the two.
I would too. I would embrace it.
Yeah.
You'd embrace being Cokeliss? Okay.
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
There's nothing to embrace. All right, he has 25 director credits.
That's true. That's a good point.
We're going to talk about a couple of his films coming up, but most notably for Of Muppets and Men, the making of The Muppet Show.
Yes.
A couple episodes of Hercules
cool.
on TV, and a single episode of Xena, Warrior Princess. He did write this film too, so we'll give him some credit for that.
Nice.
There were other writers, of course, of a film this complex. You need at least 4 writers. So we have Michael Abrams.
Everybody's like all watching Mad Max at different parts, just rewriting, like writing down what's happening.
Yeah, exactly. So we have Michael Abrams, who has 4 credits, 3 of which were Cokeliss films. Irving Austin, this is his only credit.
It's pronounced cockles.
Cokeliss. Governor.
Fish cockles.
And we have John Beach, who has 2 writing credits, but he was an editor for 66 episodes of the TV show The Bill.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Paul, that sounds like a show Paul watches. Paul,
That was that
Bill.
documentary about those albatrosses or whatever you were, or those pelicans you were
Duckbill
watching. Isn't it?
things. Yeah. It's from 1984. The Bill.
It's the Cokeliss.
Is that what it is? Is it from the 80s? Because there's one in 2000.
It's a TV show. It's from the.
So it says
Trope
uniformed
2000s-ish.
officers and detectives from an inner London police station
Yes,
enforce
that's the
law
one.
and order on a day-to-day basis.
Yes.
The Bill.
Is it British
The Bill.
Law and Order?
British
Yes.
Law and Order. It ran for holy fucking crap, 26 years. So yeah.
Okay, so British Law and
It
Order.
really is British Law and Order.
Yes.
Dang.
Our music for this masterpiece was by Kevin Peake, known for Wind Rider, Tales of the Unexpected, and he also did some work on the Wedding Crashers soundtrack.
That's cool.
There you go.
Yeah. Our cinematographer was Chris Menges. Menges. He has 66 credits for The Killing Fields, The Mission, Michael Collins, A World Apart,
Wow.
Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, The
Those are
Boxer.
real movies.
Yeah, these are a lot of
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
movies. But most recently,
so
for the
is
2019 film Waiting for the Barbarians.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Still
a real.
waiting.
This dude's a
Still
real,
waiting.
real dude.
Wow.
I will say, there was shots in this movie that could have been cool if it didn't look like goddamn shit.
Well, yeah, it's a
it's
usually
VHS
the
transfer.
It
The
starts.
transfer is bad.
If there
Yeah,
wasn't a
framing-
boom mic hanging down half the
that
fucking...
can occasionally.
I mean, I think that was part of a helicopter, actually. But
There's both. There's a scene where they just like stick the boom right into the center of the frame, and they're like, "This is a character now."
It's so sad.
I
booming.
mean,
How did they?
so-
How do they do that?
It's like, it's touching my head. Do I just keep acting? Yeah.
New Zealand film crew. It happens.
Oh
It was the
god!
writer's strike.
All right, so
Not
we
a
have
not a
some,
key grip
You
strike.
don't need a writer when you're literally just copying Mad Max.
maybe you do. Maybe you do.
What if
But either way, we have some movies to check out. We have Black Moon Rising from 1986.
Enhance on that shit. That looks awesome.
Dude.
You want me to enhance?
I want to read the tagline. In a world with men and eyeballs. No, up top. Tommy Lee Jones.
Is that Tommy Lee Jones?
Meet Sam Quint. Stealing from him is the biggest mistake you can make. Because I'm Tommy Lee Jones and I have no sense of humor.
Is that a spaceship hitting his eye?
Dude, this is offensive to people with glaucoma. I'm just saying.
Oh my god!
Like you can smell your own.
Like I have, and it's like I don't know. This is offensive to me.
Chris,
okay, moving on. Chris, 1986. A thief, Quint, is hired by the Justice Department to steal incriminating tapes from a corrupt corporation. The tapes vanish when Quint hides them in the back of a hydrodynamic-powered racing car that is stolen by a hot car ring.
Sweet. It's like Gone in 60 Seconds.
That does actually sound kind of cool.
Yeah,
cool.
it sounds pretty cool. I don't understand what any of it means, but it sounds amazing.
No.
So I'm excited to watch that one.
I would definitely watch that.
Okay, cool. Well, it's on the list.
Wow, you got offended by the fact that I would watch that. What's
All right,
up,
Tommy
Aaron?
Lee, calm down.
Oh, my monitor says it's powering off in 5 minutes. To save energy, press any button to prevent the power off. Are you
Press the
serious?
buttons. Press
It's
the
like a
buttons.
part-time job at this point.
You gotta turn that shit off. Turn that off.
You gave me this monitor, and this is what's happening.
You turn it off.
I don't know how to turn anything off, Eric. The only thing I know how to do is turn things on.
Oh.
By pushing the button.
That's what the guy said to his daughter in this film.
Oh, John.
God, give him a
I didn't write it.
X.
Yeah, but you basically did at this point.
All right, so Dream Demon from 1988. A young woman about to be married begins having...
Oh, please continue.
You can reach between my thighs.
All right, guys. You're teetering on an X. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
You were teetering on an X. Both of you.
Okay, so Dream Demon. A young woman about to be married begins having terrifying dreams about demons. When she wakes, however, the demons are real and begin to commit gruesome murders.
I would have never guessed.
Dream Demon.
I can't
you
guess.
just-
That,
can you
I don't know
show-
what's going
Yes.
on in that.
Yes,
Show
hold
the
on.
picture.
It's
I
like
can't
a
see what
statement.
it
Yeah,
is.
is that like a gremlin? I can't even tell.
I think it's a skeleton
Enhance.
or a scarecrow, man.
I think it's a dream demon.
Dream.
Oh shit! It's got like
Whoa.
wings. Dude, that looks
Oh.
cool.
Chris
Probably not in the
Angel.
movie, but it looks cool.
I didn't know he was alive back then.
No, this is the shit you see when you have sleep paralysis.
Right?
This looks kind
Oh,
of.
Basically
that looks
sleep
cool.
paralysis.
Is that a body they're on
Is that
top
a
of?
bobe?
I think it
That's a
might be.
boob.
Oh,
It
demonetized.
gets hot when you sleep.
Oh, we don't care about that. We don't get any money anyways.
Well, not with that attitude.
This could have been the episode.
Oh my
Could have been the
goodness.
time, Aaron.
So
my
I did
goodness.
forget to mention, and Sean brought this up, that Black Moon Rising was written by John Carpenter.
Really?
Yes.
Throw it on the wheel.
Dude, we need to watch that.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. All right, finally we have Next of Kin.
That's cool too. These fucking covers.
There's no place like home.
That looks so
Bloody
cool.
home.
It looks pretty cool.
That looks really cool.
I don't even need to know what that's about. That just looks awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad
I'd
that the
watch
case
that
tells
shit.
us it's a horror movie, just in case you weren't sure.
Yes, it is definitely a horror movie, and it's from Australia, Chris.
Nice.
Ooh,
Track
it's
everything.
gonna be good.
Oh, so it's gonna be weird.
gonna be good.
1982.
Are
In
there
a
any
rest
wild
home for
pigs?
elderly people, a daughter reads her mother's diary. Soon events that are mentioned in the mother's diary begin to happen to the daughter.
It's on
I ain't-
Tubi.
Yeah, what? It is on
say?
Tubi, yes.
Is the bottom of the tea bloody?
Aaron, what were you gonna say? I hate old people or something. What the hell are you going for there?
I'm not even going to repeat myself.
No, I want to hear it.
I don't know what I was going to say, and I'm going to stick with that.
I was an X
See,
coming.
this is what happens when Aaron gets a second to think about the things he's gonna say.
This is why I prefer communicating via email. Can
That's the
erase
least ambiguous
all those
cover.
things.
Everything
Yes.
that's happening is in that house. That's great.
this house here.
It's cool.
That's all I got for this week.
All right, that was
I'm
good.
ready to
A
talk
lot of
about
those movies.
Battletruck.
Some of those movies, man. I'm Battletruck.
Battletruck.
All right, let's move on and talk about Battletruck.
For only $2 a month.
Hey everyone, this is Chris, and just reminding you in the still of tonight to go to patreon.com/badmovienight and sign up. For $2 a month, you get access to the exclusive bonus podcast pre-show, as well as other bonuses. That's patreon.com/badmovienight. Okay. The time has come. We must talk about the truck, the battle truck.
Truck of battles.
I will start with AJ since he was so excited for this. What did you think, AJ?
Battletruck. Oh, you know, you let me pick some movies, guys, and they end up being good. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, I just been picking winners. I think, yeah.
I am an
He's
AJ
gotten too
fan.
confident.
I think Chris is a little salty about it because he doesn't like fun. But I enjoyed Battletruck. I enjoyed it a lot.
It's not that I don't like fun, AJ. It's that I'm not allowed to have it. You know that.
Oh, okay. That's fair. That's fair, Chris. Yeah, I got exactly what I hoped for with a title like Battletruck. We got a truck, and there was a battle, and it was in a thirsty wasteland. Need I say more?
So you honestly enjoyed this? It was everything you wanted?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
It was okay. It wasn't like top shelf Mad Max,
Well,
Road Warrior content, but I mean, you can't get there with this kind of money.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool that we got some beautiful cinematography. Lord of the Rings territory. I recognize some of those rocks, right?
I remember Frodo running past a few of those.
Yeah,
rocks.
that's what I'm saying.
I know that.
I mean,
rock.
beautiful locations.
Actually, Chris, Frodo was never in Rohan.
Get off the show. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, I got to move it back. Aaron, what did you think of the battle truck?
This is not what I expected it to be at all. This film was much more serious than I had expected a film like Battletruck to be.
That's how all these stupid thirsty wasteland
No.
movies are.
But
Oh,
in fairness, it was more serious in a good way. It was a much more developed film than I thought it would be. It wasn't just people beating rocks, getting water out of them. It was a simple story. It wasn't a straight Mad Max ripoff. I mean, there's some parallels, obviously, with the post-apocalyptic shortages of resources type thing. But beyond
There was
that,
a Mad Max
really,
faction. Yeah.
it's not. You don't have crazy cannibal type people running around. You don't have any of that.
That's the cool stuff.
I would agree with you. But at least it did set itself apart. It was a different take on the genre, and it is from 1982, so it's pretty early film for that genre.
When was Road Warrior?
When was Road Warrior? That's like 83 or something, right?
81. Put Road Warrior.
81.
And when was
Mad Max? Because Road Warrior is a very
78,
different film.
78 or something.
Yeah, it has
79.
79. Okay.
Oh wow.
So this was after the Road Warrior, which is the pinnacle
was.
of that at
Mad
the
Max.
time.
Yes,
Yeah.
but this is not an Australian film. This is a New Zealand film.
It's a New Zealand.
Yes, with Hollywood
Right.
money though.
Gibson.
Hollywood money though.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Look. I'll just save it. Go ahead, Spiff. What'd you think?
Like AJ, I was expecting a fun, thirsty wasteland battle truck movie, and that's exactly what we got. I loved this movie.
There you go.
The music was awesome. Every chase was like
Knight Rider.
Hunter ramps his motorcycle into the truck at the end.
So cool.
It was pretty sweet. That we got some nice explosions. I was on board. I was on board the battle truck. Sign me up.
Hop on, guys.
John.
Yeah. This was as good as a writer strike era type ripoff movie could have been. So with that said, it was pretty good, right? Like, opening shot, really cool. It hits you with the symbolism. It's like, this is okay. So Chris, you said something like, "Oh, it was after the post-apocalyptic," or this is why, or you missed the real crazy batshit stuff. But this was literally almost like during and right after the war. So it was like a little bit fresher before society completely 100% breaks down. So I liked the whole, it opens up on that like billowing of the black smoke because,
I have a
that
clip
symbolizes
we can
the
play
effect of the fog of war. Like you were coming right out of the haze and right into society making horrible choices. And it was fantastic. I don't know. Yeah, I loved this film.
You get Battletruck smashing the gas station.
Totally. Well, I mean, I don't think Cokeliss liked lemonade because that lemonade couldn't stand.
Oh my god,
Jesus.
That is a really cool shot of the truck.
That's cool.
Yes.
Yes.
And they actually built it, which I'm impressed.
Yeah,
I was
it
expecting
looks,
miniatures.
it looks much less impressive as you see it.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
And I'm sure we'll get into the actual like design of the encampments and the design of like the vehicles and stuff. So I'll save it for that. But
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed this.
There's a lot to unpack here.
Right.
I didn't hate the movie. I thought that the one set was pretty cool. Yeah, there's more to it to like than that. It is what it is. Like, there's more to this Mad Max ripoff than there are most of them. The story is a bit more engaging, even though you guys are like, well, there's a writer's strike. Well, I don't care. Like anybody could write this movie. It is like things straight from Mad Max. What if there's a truck like in the Road Warrior, but instead of the good guys having it, the bad guys have it? Like, that's all it is, right? And you're talking about like these. It's right after the war, so people are trying to create civilizations. But the towns are like the town from Road Warrior. Like, it was already established. There's this civilization there. It's just Hunter sucks ass. That's all. Hunter sucks ass, guys. I didn't want to say it, but I'm saying it.
Whoa,
That's the
what do you
main
know
guy,
about
and he
Hunter?
sucks. Okay, Mel Gibson says very few things in Mad Max and the Road Warrior, and probably less in the Road Warrior. But the visual of him, his attire, everything, he looks so cool, so iconic. It's like one of the biggest draws to that movie. There's so many positive things about that movie. You got action scenes where people are dying. Like, this movie has some of that because there's a scene where a dude definitely gets run over in real life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
Sorry,
it's
I got
just
really
John's
excited.
very excited about it.
John's like, yes.
Because I wrote that note, I was like, oh my god, there's murder in this.
But there's too many long droning shots of bicycles
helicopter.
driving.
Yeah, but the shots are
That's
cool.
so beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Like, why wouldn't you show it?
Yes.
It's not. It looks ugly as shit because of the transfer.
What?
So it doesn't
Oh,
count.
you
You
can't
can't-
You're
see
complaining
through
about
that.
the transfer? Come on.
It looks terrible. It's
I
not
watched it
good.
on
good.
Tubi.com. Hashtag not a sponsor, but maybe should be. Tune in to Tubi Tuesdays on Bad Movie Night. It looked great. What are you talking
I think it looked
about?
like a
Still on
smeared.
Prime, it looked good.
Chris, it's a
complaining about the
relatively low budget
transfer.
movie from 1982 that's transferred to a free streaming service on the internet.
You're goddamn right it is, Aaron. And I expected 1080p, and I wanted.
You want a
2K
remaster?
cut.
Atmos.
I'm not.
You got to admit that the scenery that they chose was pretty cool.
That's
Like,
what
they,
I'm.
they
when you
used a
talk
great
about-
location for filming.
When you talked about Chris Vengees or whatever, I agree. I think
Yeah.
there are shots in this that could be really cool if it didn't look like garbage. I'm saying. Like, I can appreciate the thought behind it.
I
It's
just
probably
need to,
like a copy of a copy of a copy.
yeah, go watch the
Exactly.
4K
MP4
version on like a
They
Arrow or
did
something.
a Children of Men type scene, not like the big tracking shot, but like just the scene where like Michael Caine's compound gets like overtaken. But in this one, like when there's such horrible names, Stryker and Hunter really like put some like that was what pissed me off the most about this. But they jump on this motorcycle like just after like a night of fucking all night, and then they go down this giant like hill, and it's just like amazing. Like, oh man.
Yes.
Then what are you complaining about, Chris?
He just wants to.
Guys,
he just
this is
doesn't want
amazing.
to
However,
lose. And this movie was good. That's
No, I actually enjoyed it for the most part. I think the ending
Pacing
really
is a
saves
little-
this movie. I think
Pacing
the
can be
last
problematic at times.
20
Sure.
minutes of where this is nonstop action and there's some really cool sequences,
highlight,
especially
for sure.
where he jumps into the truck and stuff. That stuff was all really cool. I think the middle is a really slow. The opening is okay. There's too many montages of just driving in the desert. I did appreciate the arc because I wasn't sure if we were ever going to get anything, and they did reconnect that girl, the main lady
Yes.
who escapes, to the bad guy. In a way, I was like, because I thought about like halfway through, I'm like, he should be her dad. That would be
Yeah,
a
I
cool
was
little
I'm a-
twist.
what?
That's Spiv's vibrator. It goes off
Oh
again.
my gosh, you gotta just like,
Battletruck.
Does it go off on the hour, or does your wife
Honestly-
have remote control of that thing, or what's going on?
I was actually really happy that was
the twist.
The turn. Yeah, because honestly, like it's going to be turned this misogynistic old man trying to get this young woman kind of thing, right? And it wasn't that. So that was actually, well, not quite that.
It kind of is too.
Did I just read it wrong? Because I just read dad is doing daughter, and I was like, ew.
This is so much
He's doing
worse.
his mommy.
Poor Lindsay.
I know.
We need another one gender swap now.
No, he just doesn't.
Theme of this episode.
He just can't lose. He's one of those guys. He has to have it all, right?
He's a military.
He's a military man.
Yeah.
In
What
a
is
world
ironic
where there's
about
no
these?
more
Wait, though, because he at one point he says, "Your whatever is your mother's, but your fire is for me. Your passion's for me." So I was like, "Oh God!" And then he like grabs her and like close dances with her. I read that as like super creep. Like everyone was giving her shit for not working, but like they're checking her hands for cuticles and stuff. And no, she was pulling plenty of jobs on the compound.
Whoa.
You got it.
I mean, I didn't read into it that way.
You got it.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Chris, give him a V or like half an X. Give him an arrow to the right. I don't know.
They were stick farmers on this thing. Like you guys talked about
farmers.
like
They're
what are they
gathering
eating?
wood to burn. You need
And make ladders.
Stick farmers.
To get more sticks.
They were farming sticks.
This is way more realistic than the dirt rock farming
Yes.
people.
Very.
This is more realistic than Mad Max. This
There is
more
moisture
of
in
a-
rocks, Aaron. How dare you? This
I did have a question about that scene. So I'm not an orchard person. Do you have to like prune and burn the wood to get the trees to flower or something?
yes.
Well, there you go.
I have no idea. I just said it.
Probably depends on the orchard, I guess. I don't know.
What about
I imagine
New Zealand
pruning,
orchards?
you have to do a lot of pruning, probably.
They're using it to smoke the meat train.
I think they're
Pre-show
gathering
content.
firewood
Premium
so they can
pre-show
cook
content.
food.
So
Cold.
the whole
sequel
whole,
Battletruck versus Meat Train.
The whole
Oh, wait.
God.
Plenty of
that's
meat
great.
train going on that battle truck.
Meat train, yes. So instead of Snowpiercer, it's like
He says.
what the hell would it be? Cow piercer? I mean, what's a
meat
piercer? Ooh.
All right. The whole conflict behind the world is that there's been some nuclear wars, and there's now no more gas, no more natural oil being pulled up from the ground.
The petroleum.
Yet
the
every
production of
scene
petroleum.
in this movie features people driving gasoline-filled vehicles.
Hunter's
Yes.
motorcycle ran on methane from
Well-
Yes, from chicken
poop.
shit.
That's
Yes.
because they were able to obtain that oil field at the beginning of the movie to solve all those
Yeah.
problems.
55,000 gallons.
This battle truck would get like 10 miles down the road and be out of gas.
Well, I don't
Especially
know
at those
because
speeds.
It had
at
a
the end,
turbine.
at the end we learned it's like a special kind of system built into it. So I was like, well, maybe this isn't actually like an oil burning vehicle. You know, it was
So
overheating.
then what do they need the oil for?
It was going to overheat for some reason.
Well, they wanted diesel fuel for it, but yeah, I think it wasn't a traditional.
Maybe it's a
diesel.
hybrid. You know.
Yeah, this thing looks like a hybrid engine. This is a Prius truck.
Prius truck. Yeah.
All right, well, we're here now. Let's talk about the truck itself, because like this was a cash grab movie. This was a movie made because it was supposed to capitalize
Oh, that
on the
shot.
Oh,
so
it's so
cool.
good, so
It's like
cool.
I think Tesla made that, right?
That's pretty good, yeah.
This was supposed to be just like a throwaway rip-off movie, but they put in so much TLC in this, where you think about canon films or other films that are like rip-offs of other films nowadays, and they just like throw in horrible CGI. Like someone had to build that. Someone had to build
you're
his
right,
motorcycle, that weird
The wheeled
V-dub
cart.
at the
Yeah,
end.
the
like,
V-dub was cool.
yeah, like so at least like if you're gonna come from a place of just like horribleness and just trying to get as much money as possible to capitalize off a Mad Max ripoff in a writer's strike, do it this way. Like fucking hats off.
I agree. And
Truly.
I do think there was a lot of effort put into this. I think the bad guy is really good too.
Not
It's
Tom
playing like
Berenger.
this like Yeah, exactly. He's like this very. He comes off as like he does come off as like the general type guy, but he's kind of lost all of his morals, which is cool. And I like the young woman playing his daughter. I thought she worked pretty well, even though she's basically just a damsel the whole time. But Hunter is basically replaceable with any piece of wood you could find on set. Like, this guy might as well not even like ever take his helmet off.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of personality.
He did have a cool flight helmet, though.
And not in a badass way.
Well, I think, too,
Exactly.
like, what did they say? Almost every person in this movie was from New Zealand. Like, they're all actors based in New Zealand. So
They could have fixed his whole character with one 30-second flashback scene, I think, to give him some sort of build-up or reason why we care of why he's such a badass. They didn't do that. Like, oh, he was a scientist, or he was a this, or he was, whatever. But I didn't have a problem with him in that kind of, I don't know. But Callie or whatever, I thought she was completely useless until she wasn't. She was horrible. She was a bad actress, helpless, until she wasn't. Until she pops up in bed, half naked, and goes, "Hey boys, you looking for me?" or "Hi boys," or whatever, and shoots like 4 people. But the rest of the time she's like, "Why are men so bad?" or whatever it was, or no, not why, or why do men have to fight, or whatever the thing was.
Oh yes, great writing.
Terrible character until it was convenient for the plot where she wasn't. She was the worst part of this film, for sure.
I was mostly surprised to see John Ratzenberger in this film.
Without a mustache.
Yes, I'm like, what is Cliff doing here? What the hell is going on?
But
he was great. He was
He was in Cheers.
He was. Yeah, he was in Cheers.
Or younger.
Yeah, I know who he is. Who was
Oh, no, he was the best friend, the guy that got tortured.
Yeah.
Him.
Holy shit!
Yeah, man, that's him. Now Chris loves this
I couldn't
movie.
recognize him. I didn't recognize
know,
him at
right?
all.
But he was so
That's
calm
insane.
and just like he was. I liked this character a lot. Other than when he got his hand like mutilated by napalm and then
Oh yeah.
proceeded to build a
Good effect, though.
VW
Again.
Beetle Borg battle Borg.
Pretty
that was a sweet,
awesome.
like A-team sequence,
Oh, it was cool.
This was the shit that he was doing back in the 80s. I think this was just before House 2. So he was doing these like cool little like
Yeah.
The budgety things.
yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. So there are cool sequences in this movie. Hunter, I guess maybe we should start at the beginning. The movie's Battletruck.
Or
And
was
in the
hoping-
Battletruck,
I was hoping for a big text crawl at the beginning, but all
No
we
ta-
got
yeah,
was
we did the over
Let's get
after
a
the
miniature
oil
one.
No,
warriors.
what's straight into it?
That's it.
Yeah.
no. So the Battletruck is run by the colonel, who is just ravaging the land for resources. His daughter escapes several times and keeps getting picked up. Finally, she's picked up by our hero Hunter. He takes her back to her house, and then delivers her to the safe haven town of Clearwater. Is that what it was called? Something like that.
Yeah.
And then the Battletruck shows up because it does.
It's got to.
And then he has to save the young lady. And that's basically the plot of the movie. Drawn out over an hour and a half. But there's a couple of cool sequences. The one sequence that I thought was pretty cool, where the one guy from the town kidnaps the woman, puts her in the back of the truck, and then stops and like sets up with his bow, with his crossbow, and shoots Hunter as he's driving. I thought that sequence was pretty cool.
what
I
a
don't know if
shot.
you could actually do that.
I
It
was
seems,
saying,
like,
I was thinking
ridiculous,
that the
but-
crossbow seems really challenging to fire.
No, but I
With
like
that kind of accuracy because they're more of a short range weapon.
Hunter's
But
at
I
a perfect vantage point earlier with like a sniper rifle that he could have taken. He has the general in his sights, doesn't take the shot, but this dude could hit like 2 miles down the road with a crossbow.
It's been practicing a lot on that farm, I guess.
I like the whole sequence where like he knows he's coming after him, so he stops and he like gets off and he sets up. I thought
Yeah.
that was pretty cool.
That was cool.
You could
I
see
like
Hunter,
That guy's whole arc was really impressive, except he kind of dies like a chump.
Yeah. That's also just like
He does.
Yeah.
pulled right out of a Western, you know? Like they're following
Yeah, it
you
is.
sit up, and there's a lot of Western homage stuff in
Yeah,
here.
for sure.
And then you got this guy who definitely got
No!
Look out!
Oh!
This
I
the
woke
bad
up
guy
people
is
in my
fine.
house. I was watching this at 1 a.m, and I screamed. I said, "They fucking ran that guy over!"
Look, this is a life lesson. If it is the 80s and someone asks you to be in their Mad Max ripoff, do not do it. There's
Don't
a
do
good
it.
chance you're dead.
Lay down here. We're gonna drive right over you. Wait, what?
Because the scene right before that, like Hunter is pulling like the V-dub or whatever, and the guy barely makes it out of the way, and he hits the side of the house, like the side of the porch.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, that was such a close call. 2 scenes later, he runs over that guy. I was like, oh my god. People got messed up on this.
He teared it up
Drives the
with
car
that
off the
beetle.
cliff and it flips over, keeps going.
That was cool.
I
that was so cool. That was
forgot
so
to pull
cool.
that clip. That
He
scene.
enters
Yeah.
like that. It's ridiculous.
Hunter, our hero, gets a VW bug built for him, and he goes
so
to enter
cool.
the town where the battle truck is, and you're like, what's going on? He's like, I'm just going to drive off this cliff, do a flip into the
Yeah.
town, and keep
Rodney
going.
Mullen impossible
It's
flip.
so cool.
Like it was completely intentional to do that. It was amazing. Yeah.
But that's the cool thing about Hunter, though, is like I like heroes that get their ass kicked like throughout, like, and he does. Like he is, like, at first half of the movie, I'm like, oh, he's one of those. Like he's just like completely untouchable, where the rest of these people are just like, you know, mowing people down, but he's just not getting touched at all. No, he goes through the meat grinder, and I appreciated that.
Yeah, he gets the arrow, and then they have to cauterize his wound, and then he's like hurt the whole time, but his conviction for saving her and Spiz vibrator goes on.
What a
all the
good
time.
placement on that one.
They have
It's
a
vibrated
rocket
straight
launcher.
into slow motion over there.
The thing that I didn't understand. Okay, so the battle truck people at the beginning stumble upon these people who have oil in a barrel, and they make the guy take them back to a place where they find this like underground gas tank thing.
Cool.
This computer thing
so
pops up.
awesome.
Love
so
that.
Cool.
Love
So,
that.
so this is some sort of futuristic underground gas station type thing, right? And then
It's like a.
It's like an oil
yeah.
reserve for the
Yeah.
army or something like
Okay.
that. It sounded like.
So then, Hunter, on his mission to stop the battle truck people, blows this up in a world where there's no gas and it's needed.
He's
Why
got
does he need
chickens.
it? He doesn't need it.
He's got chicken shit.
He knows
It's the
they
bad
need it.
guys.
Methane,
They can't drive
baby.
their battle truck without it, man. You know?
I
We
guess.
get
Unless
a
it's a
candidate for
hybrid.
best explosion of 2021.
Right? That was ridiculous.
He is
That
an
was-
environmentalist. He is the real. He is the, you know, post-apocalyptic version of that one little girl that's really
Greenpeace.
into.
Greta Thunberg.
There we go.
Hunter.
I love her.
Yes. Yes, Spiv. That explosion is amazing.
Amazing.
And the end explosion is amazing
Insane.
too.
Insane. Like,
Oh, and that slow mo with the truck going off. The
that was
cliff.
amazing.
Oh.
All like one
man.
shot
It's-
until the end.
That it is slowed down to 3 minutes, and I had to increase the speed 300% just to fit it into a clip. We'll get to it in a little bit.
Work for that clip.
There's a love scene in this movie that's kind of out of nowhere. Like you knew it was coming,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but
thought
it went further than I thought it would.
Really? I didn't think it went anywhere. Like it was supposed to be like romantic or something.
I
of like
Yeah, but I thought it was just going to be like a quick fade to the next scene type
I
of
thought
thing.
It
we were gonna get
lingered.
nudity.
It
Like,
lingered
it was-
very
yeah.
awkwardly.
I
yeah.
thought it was going to be in there for nudity purposes, but it was in
No,
there to
this
show
movie
their
didn't feel like it
love.
needed that.
PG-13, I think.
Blessedly,
was
there was no
PG.
nudity.
Oh yeah, back then PG.
Back then, PG was a little different, yeah.
Okay.
Which it meant partial genitalia.
I'm in.
It's just John Ratzenberger's balls, and that was the only nudity in this.
So that's why they call it.
I mean,
rusty.
yeah. I did enjoy the 70s clothing a lot too. Like the nice woven threads they're wearing. Like, man, felt very
Always
westerny.
back to the
It
clothing
felt like a
for AJ.
70s
It's
movie.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, very
Yeah.
much in that.
It was kind of westerny though, AJ. Like
Well, it's New Zealand.
like a Magnificent Seven kind of thing. You know, they're
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
bad guys are in the town. They're stealing all their fruit.
yeah,
food,
we've been
food
through
and
that
stuff,
with
and-
these movies before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's
So
the
at this
silent
point,
outlaw.
okay, so you guys said that everyone was like the actors were from New Zealand. So how the hell did John Ratzenberger get lost on some kind of plane or boat and wind up in New Zealand for this
no
movie?
idea.
Good question.
He was just hanging out, and they're like, "You want to be in Battletruck?" He was like, "Hell yeah, I want to be in Battletruck." Who would say no to that?
He's like,
He was
one
on
day I'll be a
vacation.
pig in Toy Story. Yeah.
There's a problems with a lot of dark scenes
Yeah.
Like this is an actual clip from the movie, and you can't see shit.
Yeah.
I started watching this.
But that
on
was a
YouTube
common thing,
on one
too.
Of those, on one of the YouTubes, and you could see that scene. Like it,
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
yeah?
cutting through a chain link fence, and it's
Yeah.
it's
Really?
Like sunset.
So it's just
I
a
just
rip
pumped
they have.
my phone screen all the way to top, and I could see it.
Yeah, it's in there. It's just they ripped it very poorly.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
The end leads to the showdown where our hero does jump into the truck via his motorcycle. And
That
it
was
is
so
really
cool.
That he blew open with the yeah.
With that, he
Right?
blew up
Yes.
with a bazooka.
Prior, he shoots it with a rocket. Are
Man,
they
that
living
annoying.
in this battle truck? Like, is that what
Yeah,
it's
well,
general
he
is.
does.
He
Yeah,
does.
he does.
Yeah.
He does. He locks the doors and does what he does.
I pictured this thing being bigger.
It
From
looks
what we
like
saw.
it would
I
be.
thought it was
Yeah.
going to be like almost like a convoy of
see that.
trailers attached to this thing, in which they lived in them, like a mobile, like a big train type thing.
Yeah.
But a lot of
would
those
be
shots,
Battle
it's literally
Train.
just a 30-foot trailer or whatever,
Yeah.
and a truck.
Yeah, it's a shorter trailer. It's not.
Well, the
like
way
a
they
full
shoot it from the
50
outside, it
feet.
just seems really imposing. It seems very
They have that, like,
inevitable.
drop-down
It's like a
gate
Mike
and
Myers
stuff.
of trucks. Yeah, exactly.
Mike Myers of truck.
This shot is so cool.
Oh,
Like, it's so intimidating looking when they do that. And it comes up like, that's such a cool idea. And then the ending where they literally drive the truck off a cliff and
Yes.
this is sped up to 300%, just so you guys know.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's way better
The
sped up.
explosion was ridiculous.
It is better sped up, honestly.
Oh my goodness.
But they
No,
wanted you to
no,
savor
slow-mo,
every
man,
moment
slow-mo.
of the $500,000 of New Zealand dollars they spent
Hell
blowing
yeah,
the
they
shit
were
out.
killing their
truck.
baby. Yeah,
That was
like,
cool.
amazing.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Not
and
my
they stopped the
battle
music. Notice it falls into the river there at the bottom.
That has got to
Then,
be like,
but then the next shot, it's not in the river. It's next to the river.
that had to be like the government came in and was like, yo, you can't blow your battle truck up in our river.
Don't tell me what to do with my battle trucks, Mom.
Maybe they had two of them. Yeah, did it twice.
Maybe.
That's why the budget was $1 million.
Yeah. I did not hate this movie. I did enjoy it for the most part. Okay, is that what everybody wanted to hear?
Oh, what is that? What
It
we heard?
sounds like
Did
you
we
don't
hear
like
that?
this.
You
Is-
sound a little bit like you want to hate it, but you like it.
Yeah.
See, this is why people don't want to admit when they're wrong, because people like you try and rub it in their face.
Yeah. Well.
No,
Mr.
it was
Human,
good.
right?
It was definitely way better than Nocerio H. Santiago.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Way better.
man.
This had a little bit of a budget.
Speaking of battle trucks,
Oh, it's the claw.
it's the claw.
You're scared of
I
the claw.
remember that. Eesh.
It's cool.
Those Serio H. Santiago Mad Max ripoffs also do feel a little bit more dangerous. Like every sequence of those, you're like,
yeah.
this seems like somebody got hurt. Like
Yeah.
they're like rolling
There's
things
no,
all the time and shit.
Yeah.
But
You,
yeah,
you know what's interesting? That guy's the general's name is Stryker, and Stryker's one of those characters in
yeah,
the film
he's
Stryker.
in-
Yeah.
Right,
I wonder
Stryker,
if that
yeah.
was on purpose or not.
I think they're just like, what sounds cool and post-apocalyptic? You know, rename
Striker.
yourself Striker, Hunter.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else with the battle truck?
Fucker.
I think this was the best way to set up your movie if you're going to use an exposition dump, because even though that it was like in a radio broadcast where there was no radio around, it was cool. It was almost Fallout-esque, and I enjoyed that because it,
That was cool.
I could play
30
that.
seconds and I'm like I'm caught up. I know, and I don't feel pandered to,
Yeah.
and I'm in it. Yeah, let's
It
do
feels
it.
like you're like peeking into this world as opposed
Yeah.
to somebody like standing in your ear telling you everything.
And then you follow
The
up with that
year
cool
was
scene that you keep putting on there
2004.
with the battle truck,
yeah.
title. Yeah.
Satellite measurements of the Mesopotamian basin show that radioactivity levels remain high. And with the oil fields in Arabia still burning, the world's total reserves of petroleum have dropped even lower, making gasoline all but unobtainable except for governmental agencies.
Yeah,
Loved it.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
You I think AJ said something that the score was real good, and I agree. Like during the points where it mattered.
At times, yeah.
There was one
Did it
point where
matter?
she's
Yeah.
like the voting in scene where it sounded like someone that was doing the controls or playing the instruments was either
Yeah.
drunk or falling asleep, because it had this weird dip, and I was like, wait, what happened? Because it sounded like almost like a record skipping.
Maybe
but
it was
like,
the transfer or something. It was, like,
Maybe.
bad and it like went dissonant or something.
yeah, it sounded real bad. I was
don't
just
remember
like,
that.
but it happened a couple times, and
And they kept using simple gifts for like the town theme.
Right?
Yeah.
Simple
It's
gifts.
Really?
That's not what I want to hear in a Mad Max movie.
Saving money, right?
Okay. Let's move on. You guys ready to move on? Alternate titles. Give me some alternate titles. Who's got them? Anyone?
I threw some out to Aaron before we ended the pre-show. Go for it, Aaron.
I don't have any.
Oh my God.
I
John,
forgot.
do you have any?
Warlords of the 21st Century is the title that I'm going to use.
Spiv, nobody? AJ? You guys.
No, I know. Talk about a missed opportunity. This
Warlords of the Crapocalypse, Battle Suck, Black Dog 2, someone burnt the meatloaf. All right, that's mine.
Drive Hangry? No, I
There
don't
you
know.
go.
Yeah.
Irene sent some in. Too much lipstick, not enough napalm.
Oh, that was mine. Yeah.
Deathstalker 4, maybe less rapey.
Hey, the best medium speed chase involving a horse-drawn truck and a motorcycle.
yeah, right?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, write that award category down.
Mad Max the prequel. All my friends know the truck driver. I don't know that. I don't get that. I don't... Oh. And when the bullet hits the bone. And then daddy issues, which she sent those to me in Slack, and all I saw was daddy issues. And I was like, oh, God, what is this about? And then I got the context.
No, but seriously, do I need to talk to someone, like, for personal sake? Because I really read that relationship wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
Seek
I mean-
therapy.
yeah.
No. I wanted to pull the
no,
clip.
seek therapy.
There is a moment where he touches her, it feels inappropriately. Like it feels like it's like in the script they're very clear that she is the daughter and he is the dad, but for whatever reason he's like, what if I played it like there's some sort of incest angle? And they're like, what?
Yeah, it's like a half-baked thing, but
Yeah.
it was still a seed, though, because he has that tell where he takes people under his arm, like under his wing,
Yeah.
and that's how you know something bad's going to happen. That happens 3 times. You're like, oh, shit, this is never going to turn out well for this person, blah, blah, blah. But then, like, when he is just, like, talking to her and not looking at her and just, like, in a haze of, like, in a saison of cigar smoke, and then he just like gets up, plays like a certain
I
song,
hear
and like
ya.
hugs her close. I'm like, dude, this drove the nail home, and I hated that. That's but that gave me enough to be like, I understand why she had to leave so much.
Yes, I guess. But I also wish they would have explored that a little more. Because she does call him daddy at the end. She's like, no, daddy, don't. So it's like I wanted the conflict, the internal conflict, just like explained a little more. Like you could have, there was
I don't
depth
think
to her
she
character.
had a conflict.
Well, she clearly was like immediately okay with killing her dad, which doesn't seem like the reasonable thing.
Well, she
And
didn't want to
they
kill
don't
that guy at the
bother-
beginning, so.
They show how evil he is, how like he's.
But maybe that
willing
gives
to
some
do
credence
whatever.
to John's thought. Maybe he's abusing her
Maybe.
in that kind of way, and that's
Like,
why
put her
she
in my
has
private
no...
quarters.
But it's not
Right.
clear enough. It just came off
Yeah.
as creepy and weird, and it to me it played off like the actor didn't quite know how to do the scene instead of like the movie intending that to be.
Tom Berenger would have known.
Tom Berenger would have known. I've seen The Substitute. He slaps some high school kids around or something, or he blows up stuff. I don't know. Anyways,
Yes, great villain though. Like weird daddy shit aside, like he is just ruthless, as ruthless to the people, like his opponents, as like the people
Yeah, I don't
under
know why
his
you
wing.
want to join his crew.
But to me, there's a depth to the narrative that could have been explored with that. He's so ruthless because the only thing he cares about is keeping his kid alive, but it's not really that. It's just he's
Right.
evil. He's straight
wants to
comically
conquer.
evil.
Well, it's a
Yes,
property thing, right? Like it's just like
guess.
this is mine. So and that's like how he just completely killed the 2 guys in the beginning that were just like, I don't know, just throwaway characters anyways, but he just so cold-bloodedly dispatched of them because he's like, no, there's no way I'm going to leave any opportunity,
Any thread, yeah.
any
that
thread
could-
at
yeah,
all
yeah.
because I'm going to erase you and I'm going to erase your lineage to now stake my claim to this. Like, this is mine and it always has been mine. And so, I don't know. I really enjoyed his character. It was more nuanced than I think that they even knew when they were writing.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Okay, let's move on. Let's play a game. You guys ready?
Play game.
Game time, baby.
Your theories are the worst kind of popular tripe. Your methods are sloppy and your conclusions are highly questionable. Shall we play?
Okay. Trucks. What do trucks have?
Yes.
Trucks have what?
Nuts.
Trailers?
Axles. Trucks have axles.
Okay.
I struggled to come up with a game, so we're doing.
Is this Axl
Axle
Rose
trucks?
or Truck Axles?
It's Axl Rose or Vince Neil. Okay, it's Axl versus Vince. I'm gonna play a clip. You tell me if it's Axl Rose or Vince.
Are you
Neil. I feel
serious?
Oh wow.
Oh my god,
Joking.
Like, oh.
it's amazing.
It was so hard.
This has
That thing got a Hemi?
I feel like this is probably gonna be easier than I don't know. We'll find out. I guess
It's gonna be easier than
they
is
have
it a
pretty
car or a
distinct
fart?
voices.
Yeah.
Well, I went for
was
washed up
hard,
Axl
John.
Rose and washed up Vince Neil.
Oh,
Okay.
Ooh.
So,
God.
All right, here we go.
Oh my goodness.
Do that again. Axl Rose.
Vince.
I'm gonna say Axl Rose.
It actually sounds like a bad wheel bearing.
It's a truck. It's Battletruck. I'm gonna go with Axel. God, is that really what he looks like now? He looks like Guy Fieri.
All right, here we go.
Dogs don't
Hot
help.
dogs. Did I see
was-
hot dogs?
That was that.
It's
Yeah,
subliminal messaging.
yes. I got pictures of both
Sounds
of them.
I need
It's
my-
really,
I
the
need my
face
day
was
live
really
glasses.
big, and I was like, "What do I put in the background?"
Obey.
Hot dogs. Made sense.
Consume.
All right, next one, number 2. By the way, that first one was Axel. All right, next one.
Ooh.
That's Vince.
More
That's Vince
melodic.
Neil.
I'm gonna go Vince.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I feel good.
It's
Okay, the answer is
Hot dogs again.
hot dogs again. They must be at the same country fair. Performing.
all right.
They're
That
coming to
was
the York Fair this year.
that was Vince. All right, next one.
Wait.
Ooh.
Welcome to the jungle. Yeah. Axel.
That's Vince.
I think it's Vince.
Aaron.
Aaron, you're on a podcast.
The one with the hot dogs.
Both of them.
It's Axel.
Axel.
I'm sorry, Aaron.
Vince.
I'm
It was
sorry.
What was he saying? Good lord.
He's going, yeah, kickstart my heart. But he can't speak anymore because his mouth is full of hot dogs.
There you go.
All right, next one.
That's
That's
Axel.
Axel.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
the first
Axel.
He looks like a fat ninja. I don't know what
These
he's
guys are gonna have
He
the
looks like
beat
my
sweats, huh?
stepmother. Yeah. Her name's Essie.
Can she sing like that?
Yes.
All right, next one. That was Axel. Next one.
Oh,
Oh.
That's Axel.
what a tell. That's Axel.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
It's both. It's both. You
It was a collab.
fucker.
Superimpose them with an AI to create Vince, Axel, Rose, or Neil.
The deadly combination.
Vincel Rose.
They just go, "Ay, ay, ay." All right, and the answer is
Wow.
singing? I don't know if you call it singing. All right, next one.
Oh god.
Oh,
That's Molly Crew.
Axel?
That's
But
I'm
just keep saying
surprised
Axel.
that
I'll get
you guys
some.
Yeah.
never have agreed except for like one of them.
Vince. That's Vince.
Okay, and the answer is
Surprise.
with
Got it.
AC/DC
Yeah,
singing
were they
Back in
playing
Black.
AC/DC? Yeah.
Wow.
All right, there's two more.
Vince Neil.
Is that like a body exhibit where they
think that's
reanimate the
Axel.
corpses and put them on?
Oh my goodness. Holograms.
Yeah, they have to be so fat because they have to put the animatronics inside. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I'm fat.
They need
Okay,
room.
cool.
Makes sense.
Okay, here's the
That's
answer.
Damn it.
I just I want to hear that one
Angry
more time.
cat.
He's making
That's
that
the-
same face when he's saying it, too.
I want Richard Grieco to sing that. All right, last one.
I don't know.
That's the aftermath of the hot dog eating contest.
That's Vince Neil having a heart attack on stage.
That's a fart.
The answer is...
You picked
God.
Axel doing AC/DC. That's like the freaking hardest thing to figure out. Yes, well, terrible, yes.
Yeesh.
That was a hard game to come
challenging.
up with, so.
I bet.
I would have picked something about trucks, personally.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but like what? What would you pick?
Monster
Battle
truck
trucks?
or battle truck?
And what am I supposed to do with that? Give you audio or what?
Yeah, you could do like the Gravedigger and like get us some sweet.
You have
car
people
crushing
guess
footage.
the size of the engine based on the exhaust sound.
There you go.
Oh,
These
that's
are
a
guys.
5.7 liter.
You do.
That's a
John
7.2.
that sounds like
John
a Rankle.
Ratzenberger
That's a Duramax.
Pixel.
Chris could have did.
That's
Ford
a
or-
Cummins.
Is it a Ford or is it a Chevy?
It's a Power Stroke.
Will you Cummins in my Power Stroke, Aaron?
All right, so you're honestly telling me you wanted...
No, I didn't want that. You
No,
asked
you did
what else
good,
you
kid.
could do.
You did good.
You did great.
Yeah, we're
It was
giving you ideas.
fantastic.
You did
Can't
good.
win. Can't win
I
with the
loved it.
games. Can't win.
That's all right. It's a good one.
All right.
It's a good
That
one.
was...
It was a battle of two truck-shaped human beings.
And hot dogs.
Yeah.
All right,
It's like the Oscar Mayer Wiener truck.
Patreon. Whoa! Join the Patreon. $2 a month and you get some stuff. Whoa! Patreon. Patreon.
Hey everyone, go to patreon.com/badmovienightshow and sign up for $2 a month. You get access to the weekly pre-show as well as other bonus podcasts and videos. Patreon.com/badmovienightshow. And you come with the new bubble over there.
Yeah, you got 2 Patreons.
I know.
It's okay. They can sign up twice.
Okay. Battletruck. AJ, would you recommend the Battletruck?
I recommend the Battletruck. You know, it's entertaining film. Not quite to the stand-up quality as we expected from like the Road Warrior and the Mad Max films, but probably the most enjoyable Mad Max ripoff film we've had yet, honestly. At least the most like grounded reality version of that in some way. But yeah, I recommend it. It was fun, and check it out.
Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, for something called Battletruck, it's not as balls to the wall crazy as I thought it would be. They definitely mix in some dramatic elements, and with some of the cinematography, like it feels almost like a legit movie at times until you get to like, oh wait, here's a Battletruck, and it reminds you of what you're watching. So I was pretty impressed by it. It was slow at times compared to what I was expecting, but overall, I would definitely recommend it. It was fun.
Scotty P.
Yeah, I'd recommend this one. It was slow at times, but then the battle truck shows up.
Yeah.
So I think they paced it pretty well. Yeah, no, I
John.
definitely recommend this one. Yeah.
Okay. John.
It is blessedly 90 minutes. It knows what it is. It is head and shoulders better than any other cash grab in a writer's strike, like I said before. It may or may not have inspired some scenes from some real greats like Children of Men or Mad Max, Fury Road. Who knows? Who knows? Cokeliss was very prophetic as a pitch hitter movie or filmmaker. I would definitely recommend this. It's free on Tubi, free on YouTube. There's no reason not to.
Yeah. I would recommend the Battletruck.
Yay!
Oh, yeah, that's what we wanted.
Movie of the year.
Unanimous, finally. I don't think
No,
we've had
it is-
a single movie that was unanimous this year. Well, Air Panic, probably.
Air Panic, movie of the year.
What was the movie we did
But
last
Chris,
week?
what did Lindsay have to say about it?
I don't know. She didn't say.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Roll the beautiful bean footage.
Oh, Lindsay?
This is so much
doing
worse.
his mommy.
Ew, stop
Can we
saying
not
it that
say
way.
that ever again?
Jesus. I think that
It was great.
I think that's a glowing recommendation for Battletruck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the
Six
best
out of
movie.
5.
Whatever we watched last week was better.
Axe Giant?
Axe Giant?
Axe Giant was better than
Man.
this.
No,
I mean, they're
It was
two different
fun.
worlds. Two different worlds.
Two
they're
different
very
worlds.
different
You're right,
movies.
you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Neither of those are movie of the year. That's what I'm saying.
Why couldn't you?
I have to say this was my
Action
favorite
Jesus,
bad
man.
movie night. Yeah, this is my favorite bad movie night movie.
You were
Nice.
on
No,
Mortal
that I've
Challenge.
been on. That I've been on. That
John,
I've been on.
You were on
Hold
Mortal Challenge.
Necronomicon, Book of the Dead.
You were on Necronomicon, Book of the Dead, John.
I was on
Both of
Necronomicon.
those movies were better than Battletruck.
Hold on, wait. Yeah, I was on Necronomicon. Okay. Forget it.
All right, let's move on, do some emails, all that crap.
I suggest we read some listener feedback, sir.
Make it so, number one.
Emails. You tiny little emails. You precious little emails. Where are you?
Last week we checked out Axe Giant, The Wrath of Paul Bunyan.
Yeah.
Mike DeRosier, movie of the year.
Whoa.
See?
All
right.
Mike's a hero
All
of
right.
the people.
Jason Case says I'm wrong because Axe Giant isn't a sci-fi movie. It's
That's
an
correct,
independent
Jason.
horror movie.
But
It's
sci-fi
definitely
did.
in the yes, it's the vein.
It's
of a
played on
sci-fi.
that, right?
They did play it. Yes.
There is a vein of sci-fi in that.
Yes.
A thick, throbbing
A throbbing vein.
vein.
Well, he was a giant. Just daggers because says it's
All
a modern
right.
classic.
Yeah.
Joe McDonald says at the end, when the survivors show up at the dam and Paul's standing on a cliff looking down at them, was I the only person excitedly saying "superhero landing"? And he nailed it.
What's
I think you were,
superhero
Joe.
landing,
Actually,
man? What does that mean?
You just.
I think it's when you jump up and then like you land and you go down to a knee.
Yeah, that's a
Oh, is that what that's supposed to be?
3-point landing where the fist is on the ground and then the knee.
Oh, that is what that is.
I don't remember if Paul did that at the end, but
I thought he just fell backwards, flat on.
That's what I thought.
no,
No.
no, before he jumps on anyway.
And
I don't understand Paul Lilienthal's comment here. He just says Ballistica, X versus Severka.
oh, that was the movie that is
Ballistics X versus Sever or whatever. That's a movie.
Yeah, that one with Lucy
Yeah.
And
Liu and
one of the movies we
Antonio
had
Banderas.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've never seen that. Is that any good?
Ballistics.
No,
X
it's
versus Sever?
terrible. It's
Something like
terrible.
that.
Ballistica.
Ballistica was a movie on our to check out list.
Oh, okay.
It's about the dude who punches with bullets and pistol whips people.
And
John, if
yeah.
your house burns down tonight,
Hand
it's
to
on
hand
you
ballistics.
because you didn't change the battery in that goddamn thing. You're living on the edge right now. It's making me nervous.
That was a creepy laugh.
Is that it, Spiff?
That's all the reader feedback we had for Paul Bunyan Giant Wrath of Axes.
Wow.
Better get some comments on here about Battletruck.
Battletruck was fantastic. So I
want some
expect at least
theses.
15.
We already got some cool comments right in the chat here, guys. We got
Yeah,
Battletruck would be a badass name for a power metal band.
that would be cool.
I would like a concept album all about the Battletruck.
Yes.
That'd be cool.
See?
A whole
That could be pretty cool.
miniseries.
I bet there's a Mad Max power metal band. Thirsty Wastelands.
Get Vince Neil to sing.
Hunter was played by Michael Beck, star of The Warriors, apparently.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize him.
I didn't recognize him either. Ratzenberger hangs dong.
That's fair. All right, cool. See, that's the comments we're looking for.
That's what
Yes. All right.
So yeah, if you'd like to leave a comment, go ahead on over to our YouTubes. I know you've already watched the live stream here, but watch it again. And leave
Watch
a
it
comment
again,
once it's
like it,
published. And
all that crap.
like it,
Yeah.
subscribe, and
Tell
send
your
us money.
friends.
Tell your friends.
And
Well,
buy
sorry, AJ.
merchandise.
We said it the same jinx.
That's what's.
Holy shit.
said it the same.
And it's not our fault if you don't have any friends afterwards.
That's true.
They weren't your friends anyway. If they don't
That's
like
right.
the movie night.
The
What do
time
we
has
have?
come.
What do we have, guys?
All right.
We got Monster Hunter.
Mars.
All right, let me start at the top. We got Mars, starring Olivia Gruner.
Oh, yeah.
Action sci-fi romp.
Yep.
We got the
that
new
came up a couple weeks ago.
Is that
added
David
now.
Carradine, Monster
David
Hunter?
Carradine is the
Oh,
monster.
Monster Hunter.
Hunter.
Sonster Mashers.
He is a
Hunter.
Sonster Masher,
Not just the monster, but the hunter.
which looks phenomenal. See you, John. Thanks for joining us on this podcast. Maybe his house actually did burn down now because he didn't change the goddamn thing on there. Nightmare City, Italian zombie
Yes.
movie. Shocking Dark.
Which looks so cool.
Sci-fi action looks fantastic, and of course the Robot Ninja.
Robot Ninja.
That looks.
All right.
They all
Well,
look
This looks
really
like
cool. At
it's
this
so
point.
good.
Except for Monster Hunter, but yeah.
Yeah, Carradine. Yeah.
I don't
we could
know.
do
You know
Death
my
Race
thoughts on
2000.
Carradine, and this movie looks awesome. So I'm saying. All right, here we go. We're spinning the
Spin
wheel.
it.
I'm just glad there's no witch.
Come on, yeah. Well, there will be. Don't worry.
Oh,
Carradine! Yes.
All right, what's the tagline?
Yes.
I'm so drunk that I'm in this movie.
They paid me $1,000 to show up on Saturday.
You remember what was that movie we watched where he had the hand thing? Where he was like slurring every line.
Cool. So cool.
What, the Halloween one?
When he had the the ventriloquist dummy.
Remember he did Two Thirsty Wastelands and he wore the same outfit for both movies?
Of course he did.
Yeah. Oh, the one with the puppet. Yeah.
He
what
wore
was
that black robe.
No, that was Trick or Treat.
No, it was a
puppet movie was
sci-fi-ish
Trick or Treat.
movie.
Oh, that was the Replicator or whatever.
Oh, Replicator.
He was like in a scene.
Isn't that the cat jizz one? What the hell's Replicator?
No, that's Mutator. That's
Mutator.
my cat that spermed everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why you can't keep them straight here.
I know, seriously.
All right, Monster Hunter.
John's back.
That's what we're doing next week. John, you missed the wheel. You missed the spinning of the wheel.
Oh, you're muted.
He's muted.
It's all right.
I can't even unmute him because he muted himself. Okay. You're still muted, John. Let's go check out the trailer for The Monster Hunter.
I stab at thee!
David Carradine is
I stab at thee!
The Monster Hunter. I'm saying it because the movie does.
Man, that rockabilly guitar, I was like jamming to that.
What was that?
That's like Fishing with Gasoline, a David Carradine movie?
That looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Actually, it's kind of fun.
I think it's going to be hot garbage, but I'm here for it.
Oh, it's totally going to be garbage.
It's going to be flaming garbage.
Well, you did a great
It's gonna
movie
be
this
rough.
week, and then
Yeah.
Yeah, it can't all be good.
The Monster Hunter is not, I repeat, not available on Tubi or Amazon, from my understanding. But
hashtag not a sponsor.
I believe the full movie is on YouTube. So just search it out.
Okay.
But that's what we're covering next week. David Carradine, Vehicle.
Yes. It's been a while.
The Monster Hunter. It is illegal to drink and drive. However, David Carradine does not care. He is driving that vehicle straight into the ground. And that's what we're covering next week. I have no idea what it's about. It's like a mash of weirdness in a way that I think looks pretty fun.
It looks fun.
Look at you guys, fucking millennials up in here.
No, we're just trying to figure out what it is.
You're
Hack
cheating.
the planet.
You're cheating. Stop cheating.
You're
That's
cheating.
what we're doing next week.
If you know what it is, you're not going to watch it, so.
Stop
you don't
looking
do
into it.
that.
You're going to be getting more and more
I'm
mad.
going to be sick next week.
So that's it. That's what we're doing next week. The Monster Hunter. Like I said, you can find it on YouTube if you know how to search for it. That's going to do it for this week's episode on the Battletruck. We hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, please go to iTunes. Tell everyone that you like the show. Give it a review. All that crap. That'll help us
And
out.
then, where do you go from there?
To the internet.
To the
Find
internet.
us.
To
Find us on
Patreon?
everything.
No, after you've exhausted everything bad movie night, where do you go, Chris?
Oh, okay. We weren't done exhausting everything bad movie night. I was going to naturally train. Okay, fine. You go to They Said, We Said, YouTube.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. Where do you go, John?
I have no idea. Just come here. Like, really. Just check out my guest spots like once every 2 or 3 months, and it's fine. No, you could go to They Said We Said on YouTube if you want. Blah, blah, blah. Go to iTunes and do stuff. Blah. We do the Cult of Films and Film
You
Holdings.
really
It's
suck.
fun.
You're a salesman? And you want to be my latex salesman.
But Appleton Estate making rum, let me tell you, has been fantastic tonight. Thank you guys so much once again. This is always a blast. It's always the highlight of my once every 3 months. So next week I'll be Lindsay again, probably.
No, I don't know. I don't know if
We'll
Lindsay's
see.
back next week. We'll see.
We may have
find out.
Rebecca, right?
Rebecca's
Oh, and
maybe
we gotta
coming
get
back hopefully
We
soon.
gotta get witchcraft back on that wheel, by the way. I know you're like trying to slide it off into the
no, no.
Can't have
closet.
Rebecca come back and give her witchcraft as the
No.
first thing to watch.
I just has to get back on the wheel. Has to get back on the wheel.
I said this last week. We're not putting witchcraft back on the wheel until Lindsay's back.
All right,
Because
that's fair.
it's
That's
the
fair.
theme, and she has to be
Lindsay,
here for
stay
it.
away.
She
But
said
if
we have
Lindsay's
to do the
back-
whole thing.
She said, you have to do all the witchcrafts before I come back. Otherwise, I'm not coming back. No, I don't know if she'll be back next week. Hopefully the following week. Rebecca will be back on in hopefully 2 weeks.
Awesome.
We might have a guest next week. I don't know. John might come back. I don't know.
Sorry, everyone.
If he's free, I don't know. We can find that out.
I'm always
but that's it. That's it for this week's episode. Go to Patreon, patreon.com/badmovienightshow. Takes a really long time to make this show. I know it doesn't seem like it does, but it does take forever to put together. Several hours I spent today working on this shit, and then I work on this game, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is a terrible game, Chris." The good thing
Here we go.
God, the game was
guys.
fine.
I want to watch Battletruck.
You're like a Jewish mother. Just eat your cannolis.
I don't want to be a pirate. And then that's it. That's it for this week. Love you. Catch you here next time. Peace out.
Oh, we love you too, Chris.
Yeah, we never got an I love you before. It's good.
I wasn't talking to you sons of bitches.
Hey, wait. Real quick. Real quick. I have something to say.
Yeah.
You didn't even touch on the Schindler's List scene in this movie. You guys are the
There was
Schindler's
one?
List cast.
What?
He was sitting on the hill, and they had those two guys.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And then they ran away, and he's like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
they
he's just
shot him.
joking."
No,
and then
they
they
shoot
waste
him.
him.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's
we're
fucked
totally
up.
gonna spend at least 25 minutes talking about the parallels between Battletruck and Schindler's List. We got it to the end. We did it, gentlemen.
It was the mashup you never knew you wanted.
But the one that we deserved.
Pretty much.
There you go. And that's about the Bad Movie Night in a nutshell.
See you next year.
All right. That's it. Thank you, John. Goodbye, everybody. See you later.
Bad Movie Night Podcast. Podcast. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night.